Everybody, welcome to Down in the Dirt time. I wanted to show everybody. I get lots of comments on, boy, you sure have a lot of stuff packed into those beds. How do you keep it growing so well? Well, part of it is I use what's known as a deep mulch intensive gardening program, and what that includes, it's got its benefits and drawbacks, and the drawback is you have to feed it. I have pretty much a unlimited supply of compost in the woods around here, and we constantly make it all the time. I don't know that it would be possible for me to use the amount of compost that I can make fast enough. I do sometimes run out when I'm making new stuff. And I just wanted to show you why I do a lot of this is because, if you can see in there, I'm not claiming to be a cameraman. This isn't a weed, which nothing's really a weed. A weed doesn't exist. It's all plants, and they're all important. Every plant's important. It's just a weed can really be defined as something growing where you don't want it to be growing. As long as it's growing somewhere else, it's okay. Like all the stuff over there by the solar panels and what have you, goldenrod and all that stuff. Anyways, in here, if you can see, there's almost nothing that isn't a collard. That's what we're in, other than a mushroom. And there's a roly-poly. They like this kind of stuff. It stays moist and cool in the shade. And as you can see, there's no sun. There's almost no sun for any weeds to even take hold. Now out here where I'm sitting, all this grass, some kind of grasses, and they're going to seeds, and the seeds get everywhere. And this isn't bad. This is not a bad thing at all. The weeds and I guess unintentional plants is what we'll call them. These just keep the soil from drying out so bad. As long as they're here, they catch dew and it brings some moisture in every morning. Keeps things from drying out so bad in the hot sun. I'll get a shot over my shoulder. You can see it's not pretty garden. It's kind of ugly. But everything that I've planted on purpose is growing great. So why do I care what everything else looks like? If the intentional stuff is growing good, the unintentional stuff is it's just there doing its thing with what nature wants it to do. So let it. Don't fight it. I could come in and I could mow and I could put stuff down and I could make it all sidewalky or paved stones and it would look nice, but it would be a lot more work. You drive yourself crazy trying to keep up with all the things, because then the weeds would have no choice. The seeds would just get everywhere, and then they wouldn't have anywhere else to grow. So let them be out there where they're not doing any harm to me, and live and let live kind of thing.